So now that we've got our prerequisites all set up and the KINERACTIVE manager is set up, when we hit play, the character's actually sitting down. So we're going to set up this character for a seated game, like a driving game or a space sim or a flight sim, something like that. So the first thing we need to do is put in our mouse look script, so that way the player can look around and control the camera. So that's just under scripts, controls. So we'll put the mouse look script onto the camera holder, and we can adjust the sensitivity if it's not to our liking, and we'll also put the cursor lock script on here too to lock our cursor within the bounds of the Unity window so we don't go clicking on things by accident while we're looking around. So let's hit play and see how that looks. Okay, so it looks like we're way too high, because now that the animation's taken place, the character's model is actually lower, so we'll have to move that down a bit. Maybe back a bit. About there looks pretty good. Alright, so we'll copy the transform component, hit stop, and then we'll paste the component values back in, and that moves our camera to where it was before. So currently it looks like it's in the chest, but when we actually hit play, it'll be in the right spot. Yeah, that looks good. Now if we were going to do a first person shooter type game where the character's actually walking around, we'd set this character up a little differently, and I'll do a video on that later on as well. So we'll go back into play mode and let's adjust the rest positions for the hands, because they're currently going into the body, which is obviously unusual looking. And we'll use the same trick of where we copy the component and then paste it back again. So we've got the left hand rest point. I might just quickly adjust the lighting while I'm here. There we go, I can see that a little better. Something like that, that looks pretty natural there. And we'll copy that, hit stop, paste that back in, hit play again. Yep, that looks pretty good. So we'll do the same thing and copy the right hand rest position component, hit stop, paste it back in. So next time we hit play, we've got both hands in the right spots. So at this point, it's probably a pretty good idea to make a prefab of our character so we don't have to go through all of this again, and we can just reuse this whole setup as many times as we need to.